I geared the head lightly with my hand. He was holding me tightly. I never went this close to someone after Sana. But here, the situation was different. I know he needed me, not as his friend, but as his husband. They need me to feel safe from the devil. Calm down, they. See, no one is around. You're safe with me. I sat still, carrying his hair. They hugged me tightly in fear. They became quiet after a few minutes and separated himself from me. Come, let's go to your room. I held his hand and took him toward the room. I made this sit down on the edge of the bed. I poured water down in the glass and kneeled down in front of him. Here, take this. I offered the glass of water to Tae and he denied. Drink water, Tae, or else I'll get angry. They look into my eyes and tears start falling from his eyes again. Hey, don't cry. I stood up and sat beside him, took Tae in my arm again. Calm down. I'm here for you. I carried Tae back lightly and wiped his tears off. They stopped crying. I made him to drink water. I kept the glass of water aside and sat again beside him. Look at me, I said. They turned his gaze to me and then lowered his gaze immediately. What happened, Theo? Will you not even look at me now? I'm ashamed, they reply in a low voice. Ashamed? Of what? I asked and turned his face toward me, holding his chin from my index finger. They remained silent. Ashamed of what, Theo? I repeat my question again. Of whatever happened outside. They shuddered. Why are you ashamed of it? Shouldn't that be ashamed of it? They remained silent. Look here, I said. They lifted his gaze up. Look at me. Who is he? I asked directly. They lowered his gaze and replied, Sahar Nuna's husband. They clapped down. Your brother-in-law, with whom you live here, before our marriage? I asked in shock. They nodded his head slowly. I was surprised. How? How did he live with him? 1 minute. He lived with him. That means it wasn't the first time. I have to confirm this. Theo. I called his name. They look up at me. This wasn't the first time, right? I asked slowly. They remained silent, and I got my answer. How long? I questioned. They remained silent again. I stood up and almost yelled. I'm asking you something. Will you reply me? Or should I directly go and ask for that who you called your brother-in-law? Since since Nina got married, they said in a one go, please don't do anything to him. I rolled my eyes. I knee down in front of him and looked at Taehyung eyes. He touched my wife in a wrong way for so long, and you're still protecting him. Why, Taehyung? They were silent. I kneeled down again. Nona, I I don't want her to face taunt from everywhere. They replied slowly. This boy is different. How can he do this? Just to stop people from taunting his Nona. But suddenly something hit my mind. Wait a minute. Did he did he try to do that with you? I only want to hear the truth. I asked, all of a sudden. They looked at me and nodded his head, and after a pause, his eyes turned red out of anger. Did he succeed? I asked in a calm tone, expecting something positive. They shook his head slowly. He even tried to take you, and you defended that person. His heart was beating fast. I know. I was able to hear his heartbeat. My, my Nuna, they mumbled, and you can let him touch you happily. No, never. I always try to stay away from him. He forced himself on me again and again. I even told my uncle about it, but my uncle shut me down, saying, "Do you want to destroy the family honor?" Tear rolled down of his eyes. How can they be so sick of their thought? I wiped the tears off and said, "It's okay. I'm here. Don't worry. No one will hurt you now." They nodded slowly. I cannot allow you to live here anymore. I cannot handle the sight of that man. We'll leave early morning from here. They nodded his head slowly. I want to kill him for what he did to you, but only because of your Nuna. I'm leaving him alive, but I'll surely teach him a lesson. They looked at me and gulped. "Come, let's sleep," I said and made him lay down. I went on the opposite side of the bed and laid myself down there. Jungle was sleeping in between us. "Thank you for saving me," the murmured, looking into my eyes. "You are my responsibility, Taehyung." I replied and they nodded. I closed my eyes and slept. Yesterday, everything happened unexpectedly. I know that I needed to stay away from Yuji, but I didn't know that he would still awake. I think neither did he have the idea that Jungkook was present at home, and whatever happened, I got that Jungkook cares about me the way he supported me yesterday and calmed me down was beyond my words. And that time I wasn't able to think about what to do, but he calmed me down. As soon as he took me in his arm, my heart relaxed. I feel safe around his arm, as if he is with me, nothing can hurt me. My eyes open at 6 in the morning. Sleeping on the bed, my eyes fell beside me. Jungkook was sleeping peacefully, and Jungkook too. His eyelashes were thick. I couldn't stop admiring him. But suddenly Jungkook woke up and started crying. I sat up and please took him in my arm and tried to calm him down. But Jungkook woke up after listening to his cries. "What happened there?" I said, crying. "He just woke up in half asleep. That's why, maybe." I said and stood up from my place and roamed around inside the room with him in my arm. He stopped crying. Jungkook got up and went inside the bathroom. He came outside after a few minutes, but wasn't looking fresh. His gaze slowly shifted toward me. "What happened?" I asked. "By any chance, do you have a spear?" he asked and lifted his eyebrow. I went toward the side table and took out a spear brush from it. I forwarded it to him, and he passed his by and disappeared again inside the washroom. After a few minutes, he came outside and sat on the edge of the bed. I was sitting on the chair with Jungkook in my arm. I felt him staring at me continuously. I left my gaze up to him and looked at him. Our eyes met. I raised my eyebrow, asked what? Can we leave? He asked with straight face. Aunt isn't well. How can I leave her alone? I muttered slowly. Inhaled deeply. I cannot leave you here alone.